Hi. So I am here to show you how to create a template. I'm making a couple generic templates because I don't want to have to keep going through to create different things. So what you will do is come in here to kvcore. As you can see, I'm with EXP, so kvcore is included in our monthly fee. You will do email template because we are going to create something. Now, I can make this super easy and just copy a template that I have, but I want to show you how to do it from scratch. So you'll come in and you will click Advanced Editor. Yes, we are going to do the Advanced Editor. Now, I'm going to name this General Bullet Email Template because that's what it is. Whenever you're picking the subject, you want it to be something that's catchy. So yesterday I did one that was like, I cannot believe that this is happening. And I had definite response because people enjoy dramatic rhetoric. So just being honest. So what will we call this one? Oh my goodness. Can you, oh my goodness. We will just leave it at, oh my goodness. I'm shocked. Because again, people love the whole dramatic. So, anywho, we are going to start. I like to have images at the top of my email. So what happens here, this is very simple. It's drag and drop. So whatever you drag from over here is what's dropped here. So you have content, which will be like images, buttons, dividers, social, dynamic content, HTML. So this is like where you could put in code. Video, core video. I believe core video is if you have BombBomb. Videos if it's like YouTube, Vimeo, and one other one that they use. These are like icons, like if you want to show like 5 stars, and then you have your general text. I like to create from the top bottom. I like to create. I like to personalize or specify, and then I copy because I don't want to keep doing this, right? So you could do this once and you're good. So I like to drop an image because I like to have my header there. I like to do a divider because I like to have some sort of separation for people to see. I will add social. Now, and then I do another divider, right? I like the social to be at the top because if they want to share it. Now, here's what you know. If you click on, whatever you click on is what's going to highlight over here. So when I click here, it shows me the select icon collection. You could choose it to look however you want. I'm okay with it looking like this. Everyone's different. Now, you could configure your icon collection. So you can just have it here, or you could do more options, which is where you would like rename it. There's really no need to do all of that. So I like for it to be my business page, which is Shannon L. Payton. I'm very lazy this way, so I will just copy and continue to paste. I do not have a Twitter, so I will delete that. I do have Instagram. All of my names are the same. So Shannon L. Payton. Make sure there's a slash there because you need it. LinkedIn. Now with LinkedIn, it's a little different because LinkedIn, I think they have like a C or something here, and then it's the person's name. So you can go to your LinkedIn and you can copy and paste and put it in here in that section there. You could choose how you want it to align. I like center. You could choose spacing. So spacing would create the distance of the space between the icon. I'm okay with the type fit. All right. So we leave that there, right? So what I like to add next is text. So we're going to drag and drop text. Again, very simple. Wherever the blue line highlights is where it will drop. So if it highlights above it, that's where it's going to drop. If you put something somewhere and you don't like it, just click on it and then wait for that to come up and then click delete and it will delete. Yes. Know this. If you, for some reason, click preview and then you for some reason, like exit out of this, kvcore is horrible with saving as you work. So if you leave out of here and you do all this, you're as good as done. Can you save as you go along? You can, but then you have to keep reopening it to edit it. Please remember that because there have been so many times where I've done things in here, I'm like, yes. And then it's just not doing what I wanted to do. All right. So I like to go here, and you can look over on this side. I like it for the text to kind of separate a little. I don't like how it looks when I have multiple lines. So you could just, you know, push enter and paste, and it will show you how lines look. I want to show you, I wanted to do that because I want to show you something. I like to change the text color to black because I preference black. My eyes are not that great. So the darker the better, right? Where it says line height, this means what's the difference between each line. So this is as tight as it could be. This is as loose as it could be. I like that. I don't know. I just like the way that this one looks, okay? I will make this all 14 because I make sure that I get, or 16, I get every email that sends through here to myself so I can see what it looks like in like real life, because sometimes what the preview looks like and what it is not the same. Meaning if you preview the image, and I'll show you at the end. I like Lado and open signs. Okay, you can choose whatever you like. Some people like Montserrat, I think is how you say it. Basically, whatever it looks like is how it looks. I personally like this one. Again, I feel like it's a little easier to read. If you want to stay with your brand or your brokerage specific marketing, you can. Whatever you do, that's up to you. I like this one. So what I will always have here is I'm a text block. Now this is the way I like it. Actually, I like mine to be centered. I just do. Don't judge me. I just do. Okay, so this is how I like it. I like it to be open signs, 16-point font. This is what I like. So I will now copy this. Boop. Now, for the intro, though, I like for it to be hello. So I will always greet them, and I will always add in their name. So you're going to go here where it says merge tag, and it'll show you all the things that you can put in there. We're just going to use first name. And then because you want to always greet whoever you're speaking to. Like my grandmother used to say, old school, I didn't sleep with you last night. You better say something to me. Okay. So this is a bullet. What I'm specifying, this is the general bullet email template. So this is the email that I'm going to pull open whenever I want to send out bullets. All right. So you have that. Now I'm going to copy this because remember I said I don't want to have to do this again. And we are going to label this as a bullet. Okay, so yeah, so where I was at, sorry, I had to pause it really quickly. So I like to now add like a bullet. So we will add the bullet, Bach. And I like to do this because it just makes it easy. Now, if you don't like the way that the bullet looks with it being on the left, you could do it to the right, but I don't like how that separation is. So probably on my bullet email, I will format it to look like this. So this will be the person's information. Wherever you see that merge tag, it will automatically have the information you need. This will be where I'll type my content. This will be where I go, whatever my main pain points are that I'm trying to drive home. I will copy this particular box again, and I will drag it below, because remember, wherever you see that drag it here, blue line is where it'll go. See, so now I have the format for a bulleted email. The thing with the one thing to know about the picture thing here is that you can just put in the URL to the picture, or you can browse and put in whatever you have. So I'll probably put something in there, whatever it might be. Probably my header that I like to use, which is something that I created on Canva. And the next thing that I will do is add a particular thing here. So I'm going to add another row. So what this does is you have the content blocks or the information that goes within a space. So when we first started, this was just one, but then you can add rows to add additional types of things. So rows will automatically format it for you. So it could be 3 things side by side that look like this, or however you want it to look. I want mine to look like this because I don't mind, the signature option that is available through kvcore, but I have a goal to build a team. So one of my things to give my team is my emails. And sometimes the way that it formats, it's not always as pretty through like the signature as it could be if you do it yourself. So I'll go back over to content and I will drag and drop an image. Well, actually, I'm not even going to drag and drop an image, which I'm happy I did that. So what I'm actually going to do is go back to content, and I actually want to add dynamic content. So I'll just put this here and it puts it below it. You just highlight what you want to delete and we'll delete that. Yes, I want to delete it. It's very friendly until you cancel or accidentally close out of here and then it doesn't save anything, then you have to do it again. So be mindful, save, or don't get distracted. Like if you're a squirrel personality, squirrel, and you get distracted by everything, don't walk away from this because it's going to be hard. We don't want it to be hard, okay? And then we're going to put text next to it because that's how I like for mine to look. Now, what I learned yesterday is something that I'm going to share with you today. We are going to now create a box around this because I like for things to be specified. So what I didn't notice is you can make this column so that the background is another color, which is smart. See, it'll highlight which one it's doing it for. But I don't like the way that looks. I don't like that. So it'll show me which ones I'm working on. So this might be a little bit advanced for somebody. Just work with me. And it says we're here, I'm sorry. We're going to change it to my photo. Okay, so whatever kvcore has in the system for me is what's going to show there. So this will automatically change, which is why I said I keep it generic so that as my team grows, I can share this. So we'll automatically, when I share it to their kvcore, it'll automatically update as long as you have your information underneath your profile. It's not going to be just for me, okay? Which is fine. It's fair. It's fun. Kind to do. Okay. Now we're back here. So this was highlighted. So this is what this is for. We'll just edit this back. All right. So what I like to do is I like to add I like the padding to be at 5 or 10, 5, because it creates distance between these two boxes, right? See how this changes? It'll show you where it's adding the distance. I like the distance to be there because it makes a difference when you preview it, okay? Now, I like for my borders on this one, kvcore sometimes makes it a little more difficult than what it needs to be, but whatever, to each his own. So you will, I like for it to be highlighted blue around mine. So you will select your color of choice, whatever you have. Whatever color you pick is what color it'll be. Okay, so you just go on here and slide it back and forth, and whatever color you pick is what it is. And I am going to keep mine solid because I'm down for that. And I'm going to put mine at 4 because I like the way it looks. Okay. So we're done with that block. And then we'll just click here and then we'll edit this block. So you'll click on more options. We will change the color. We will make this reflect 4, which is easy to do. Yesterday, I made the mistake of not making it be, not doing it for one of the sides, but it looks different when you do it on a mobile device and another. So I'm happy this happened. So you see here how it's a double thick line. If you don't want to see that thickums like that, that's fine. You will take the left side of this box, which will be left, and drop it to 4. And the right side of the other, but or else you can put it on 0. It doesn't matter. If you put it on 0, it just won't be there. If it bothers you, fix it. In this instance, I don't care. So for this one, I'm going to make it Lado because that's the one I like for that box. Okay, Lado 16. All right, so we're going to put what here? We're going to use merge tags because we want it to be able, again, like I said, we want it to do what it's supposed to do. So it's going to be agent first and last name, agent title, because that matters to some of us. If you go to start from scratch, it's going to boot you out. We're going to click this arrow. It'll bring up the content again. Okay, so merge tag. Next is going to be agent smart number. I don't use a cell phone. And I usually like to let them know because I had a person who was like, I don't know that this is you. You know how sometimes it'll be for people. So, call or text me directly. Then I'll say, follow me. Oh, we're going to do email. So whatever you're going to use, we're going to do follow me on Facebook at follow me, or I like to say get social with me because we have a few things. So get social with me at, and then I'll put in like, Facebook, and it'll say agent Facebook and agent Instagram. Choose whichever ones you keep up with. Don't you put anything in here that you don't keep up with. YouTube. I don't keep up with with I don't keep up with LinkedIn, so I don't have LinkedIn here. If you do, do it. Learn from me, I'll say at, because I do try to keep up my, there. So you just want it to format in a, acceptable way. Now I like I said, for my spacing to be not so tight. So I'm going to change my spacing. If you like your spacing to be looser, then do that. I don't. If you want your letter spacing to be further apart, do that. I don't particularly care. I more so care about the tightness of everything else. Now, one thing I want to show you, you might feel like, Shannon, this is too advanced, but if you highlight the row, it will take you back to this here. You can always edit this. I'm not, but you could. I'm okay with this. If you want to add a new one, you can. If you don't, you make the mistake, you can delete it. Woo. See how that goes? Awesome. So how does this preview? Preview. This is how this will preview. Like if I insert a picture there, I'll just find a random one to put there. And this is how it'll look. So when I share this with whomever, this is what it is. Now, I'm noticing that I don't have my URL. Whenever you create, I'm sorry, unsubscribe. Whenever you create these templates, you want to give a person the option to unsubscribe. It's going to hurt your feelings. Get over it. People are going to unsubscribe. They're not going to always want what you got. And that's fine. You want that. If they don't want what you have, let them unsubscribe. Because in that way, you are not wasting your time on a person who's not genuinely wanting what you have. Yes. We're going to add a row here because we want to go back to the single one. And then we're going to go back to content and add a divider. So that's what we want. And then we're going to add text. And so the text here is going to say, I like to make it like 10 or 9. I don't care. If you are working with, and if you have a signed agreement, if you have a signed agreement, another realtor. This is not a solicitation for business. And then you will add merge tag. You don't have, oh, see how that happened? So remember I said, if this happens, then it will get rid of what you did. That is a prime example. Does it suck? Yes. Are my feelings hurt? Nah, because I'm just going to clone one that I've already done. And we're going to pick back up where I just left off at. Clone. And we're just going to rename this. General bullet. And oh my goodness, I am in shock. All right, so I'm happy that happened on low. Happy I had this here. This is one that I did yesterday, pretty much the same, but I just did this with a call to action button because that's what I wanted. We're just going to delete this because I don't need a call to action button. And we're just going to highlight this and make it a bullet. We're going to just do the things that I told you to do earlier. Okay. All right. So this is where we left off at. Make sure that when you do this, that you make sure that you select the right ones, because if you select the ones that don't say agent, then it will show the other person's information. I already spaced that out. So that's that there. So we were on this part. If you're working with that realtor, this is not a solicitation for business. You're going to add the thing that says unsubscribe URL, because and it will come with the verbiage that says, hey, you're unsubscribing. So unsubscribe. It's somewhere on here. There it is. Subscribe URL. Now, if you have like certain things that your state says that you have to include, just include it here. Just put it here. Who cares? You know, I could always drop like a little text block here, real cute, that says like, you know, sometimes people are funny. Under here, and I could put in here like my agent license number, because maybe your state requires that. Mine don't, but I can put it there. And maybe you have designations, so you put comma and then you add your designations. So as you have these adjustments, they go there. Some agents really like to have that there, right? So those are things that you can do. All right. So this is pretty much the basic, right? Now this is the image that I put up here, okay? So you guys have that. So that's that there. And so whenever you can send yourself a test, when you send a test, it's going to send to whatever email you use for kvcore. I'm going to go ahead and save this because I don't want to lose again. So we're going to clone that. So when I look at the sample of what we have here, it says, oh my goodness, I am in shock. Remember, that's the subject we chose. And this is the image, this is the social media, this is hello, first name, last name. It'll have the image, license number, all the information. You can look at it, make sure that it's right. I use my smart number. And if you're working with a realtor, this is not a solicitation for business. To unsubscribe from all further emails, click here. Now, that is already the verbiage that's included whenever you add the unsubscribe button. So you don't have to do anything, okay? So whatever information you put in here is how it'll look. The only thing I'm going to go back and change is I'm going to duplicate this text box here and insert it below here, because I don't like to end emails on a bullet. And that's it. So hopefully that this finds you well. That was on my to-do list for today, so I can mark it to done. Okay. So if you guys ever have any questions, please feel free to drop them below. Share this with a friend who might use kvcore. If you're looking for a real estate focused CRM that is pretty much has a generally easy learning curve, I feel like that this is pretty decent as far as kvcore conversion. It works well with Zapier. I know that in-house they offer their different things in the marketplace, but I have found it to play very nicely with Zapier. So if you guys are looking for ways that you can connect the two, let me know. I'm happy to do more videos as I build out things for my business. Be mindful if you're going to create automations, you want to create automations for things that don't require personal touch, and you want to create it for things that you have to do more than, I say, 5 times in a week. Because if I have to do it more than 5 times in a week or a day, then it needs to be automated. All right, so hopefully this finds you well. If you guys have any questions, like I said, my name is Shannon Payton with eXp Realty. I am an agent who focuses on first-time home buyers and sellers, and I educate them so that they can be successful in real estate and transactions. However, if you're here, then you're probably an agent. So if you have any questions on ways to come up with like freebies as far as growing your email list, trying to create the different functions on Canva, how to get your freebie in front of the right people, hit me up, let me know. I'm happy to help. I can be reached at the information down in the bottom, and you have a fantabulous day.